Hi everyone, this is going to be a video for either Virgo or another energy because I'm kind of picking up on multiple energies and I can't really pinpoint like which one wants to come through in a video right now. I hope everyone's doing well. There's a really strong emphasis right now on finding an appropriate mentor, and I don't know. Yeah, and there's a bird right outside my window just as I said that. I don't know, like, if you're in pursuit of finding a mentor or if this is something that maybe you've thought about because you want to learn something, you want to get involved with something. I don't know if you're studying something new. It could be in relation to, like, anything metaphysical, really. Or it could be, like, philosophy or studying or whatever the case might be. But like, I don't know why I'm just getting philosophy. Like, I'm like Libra philosophy, like energy. Like, I don't know what this is. Um, like a conversation that I just had with one of my friends about changing majors in college and pursuing one over the other. Like, I don't know if you're in the process of like doing something like that where you're like changing courses or like going after something new or going after some type of new idea or like new concept, but there's an emphasis on like finding a strong mentor in whatever it is that you're doing. So if you're studying like metaphysical concepts, like get with people who are trustworthy, who are, you know, who resonate with what it is that you're trying to learn, who have accurate information, who have, like they know their shit type of deal. Like, there are people out there who, obviously, like, do things for ill intentions, but, as long as you have good intention, you always attract what you put out, or at least so I've been told, right? So there's a question there as well. So there's an energy of like a question where it's like, I don't know if you're questioning, you're like poking the bear with something. I don't know what that is though, but not like dangerously. Like, I don't know, it's like an unveiling, but like you're figuring something out, but there's something about a mentor, and I don't know if you need to find one or you need to strengthen your relationship with one, or like whatever new pursuit you're getting involved in, you're gonna come across one where you're gonna meet somebody and they're gonna be like a mentor to you, or you're gonna be like a mentor to somebody else. Even that could be possible. Or you yourself, you are going to either get one, reconnect with one, study with one, but I will say, like, it's highly beneficial. Like, if you can find the right community, like, to learn whatever it is that you're learning from, and like get with the right people who have the right education and like who can help point you in the right direction, like it's just so much easier than trying to do things by yourself. And I don't know, maybe you're like traveling to like have experiences with like a group of people, like a class. Like, you could be like traveling. I don't want to say abroad because I don't know what the restrictions are right now. Because I know that we have, as it stands currently, as I make this video in 2021 of May, we have, the coronavirus. So I don't know what the restrictions are, but there's a sense of like traveling with a group of people, journeying with a group of people. And like these people are like-minded, like a community of people, like-minded people. Like, you guys are all like studying the same thing or something. That's just kind of what I'm seeing here. But they keep having me like go over the emphasis here of like really like doing research and finding people in your community who you resonate with, who are able to point you in the right direction when it comes to education of certain topics. So take that as you will, because I'm going to try and move forward away from that energy, because I feel like I'm looping. There's that looping energy again that I kind of was picking up on yesterday when I was making videos. And yeah, I still haven't decided whether or not this is going to be Virgo or Aquarius. Or I should just do the earth signs all in once, because I've been doing them in chunks, like water, earth. Alright, so I'm seeing the Hermit. So this will be for Virgo. Anyway, so I hope all of that made sense in the beginning of the video. Sometimes I don't always remember the stuff that I say when I'm getting messages, because obviously my brain kind of does its own thing for a second. I don't know, there's something like very educational, or like you're going after something new, you're getting deeper involved in something. I feel like with this like deeper involvement with like mentorship, I feel like it's like a mix of energies you got going on here. Because I feel like there's a lot of like inward work going on, but I'm also feeling a sense of like a little bit of anxiety, not sure what to do, but also kind of like aggression. There's like a buildup of like aggression coming. I don't know if it's on your end or if it's on the people around you, but there's like a buildup of like energy, somebody taking action. I don't know if you guys could hear that outside my window, but that was a very big like tractor plow thing, I guess, like construction vehicle. And it's like something like bulldozing, you know? Like there's something building, it's coming, it's gaining momentum. Something is, I don't know what, but something. So you have rest and rejuvenation, and then you have door to personal happiness and healing. So for Virgos, you guys have a strong link with Aquarius, because I keep wanting to put Virgo and Aquarius together. So there's a strong correlation between Aquarius energy and Virgo energy right now, and I'm not sure what that's about. Like, I don't know if it's like, I don't know. I can't really pinpoint it. You've hit a completion with something. You're taking time out. That makes sense. Resting, rejuvenating, re-energizing yourself. Again, I apologize for the terrible view of the cards, but I really, like, for the place that I'm at right now, this is the only thing I can work with. So until I can move my stuff around a little bit, this is all I got. So I do apologize. It is what it is. It will eventually change in due time. So anyway, you guys are resting. You guys have hit a completion. I feel like you're envisioning something, like you're trying to like do a mental vision board, or you're making a vision board, or you're like envisioning what happiness and healing looks like to you. Like you're manifesting something, you're creating some reality from within. And when you create a reality from within, it's able to be projected into the outside, if that makes sense. So when you go deep within yourself, like there's very like shamanistic energy here, and I felt it earlier when I was like kind of like speaking without the cards. I just wasn't sure how to, like, I couldn't tell if it was more metaphysical or if it was more educational. But this is like more metaphysical, where like you could be learning techniques on like healing. But the thing is, make sure that you're going to somebody who you can trust, somebody who, has credibility with what they're doing. Like, make sure you're learning the right stuff, because it's just very important. Do your research. Make sure that, you're listening to your intuition when you are, reading about people or learning about what people do. Just use your best judgment, because I truly feel that, like, you'll be guided to the right things. Like, I feel like you'll be guided to the right people, places, and things when your heart is in the right place. So, remember that. Like, and it's always kind of a touchy subject, because it's like, like, people will argue and be like, well, my heart is in the right place. But sometimes there's an underlying motive. And I don't want to say motive in a bad way, but sometimes there's an underlying residual shadow work energy that needs to take place before something can come into fulfillment. So a lot of times when we start these journeys, we will be pushed into positions of having to face shadow work. So sometimes when we get along the way and these things happen, like, we gotta like be like, okay, like, what am I doing? Like, what is going on here? Because I need to take a look at the mirror. I need to make sure my ducks are in a row. I need to make sure that what I'm doing is authentic, so that I can project authentic, so that I can get authentic. And so, yeah, just pay attention, like, just be mindful of, like, of you. Like, I don't know if this is shadow work or if this is like awareness, because it's, shadow work can be like pretty intense. Like, it can be like really heavy, it can be like really, 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 really intense, and it's a process, and it takes a lot to go through shadow work. But I feel like I'm speaking to energies that already have awareness. And so when you already have awareness, it makes it a little bit easier to work with the energy that you're being confronted with. So you could be like noticing little things where you're like, okay, like, this isn't exactly what I'm asking for. So what is it that's causing this to come in this way? And if it makes sense to you, it'll make sense to you. But if not, toss it. But I'm speaking to the people who this makes sense to. You're like, okay, these things are coming at me, but they're not exactly what I want. So how can I get exactly, like, how can I put out what I'm looking for? Like, how can I represent what it is that I want to put out into the world? What is it that I want to receive back? Like, and it starts with a commitment to yourself. And like, my throat is actually doing something crazy right now. Like, my throat chakra, it's like, ah. So I feel like there's going to be like a moment where you take time to reflect on how you can better commit to yourself, and watch how that changes the people around you, or watch how that changes what comes towards you when you start committing to yourself. Because I don't know if, like, I'm getting a strong sense too of like boundaries. Like, I don't know if there was a tough lesson with boundaries with people, where it was like you went through a period of time where it was like every single person was just like, treating you like a doormat, or like walking all over you, or taking advantage of your kindness, or taking advantage of you in general, or whatever it was. It was like back to back, like, harsh lessons when it comes to setting boundaries, putting yourself first, like listening to your intuition, being like, no, this is how I feel and I'm right about it. Like, like, I don't know, there's like a situation where it's been like a battle, and so now it's like the time to use all of that wisdom to be like, okay, like, I'm going to use this to my better judgment now, because I've been through enough trials and I've learned this. And so now that I've learned this, I'm going to master it, and I'm going to apply it, and I'm going to work with it, and I'm going to use it as a superpower instead of a instead of a roadblock. And I feel that you're shifting, you're making that shift. But there's also an emphasis on surrounding yourself with people who can guide you in the right direction, or at least, like, I don't know how to put it. Like, how do you want me to put this? Like, making sure that, like, the people who you're learning things from, or that it's not from, like, a social media app. Like, I'm not saying, like, you can't, like, learn things on YouTube. Like, I'm not including YouTube. Like, don't count that. I'm talking about, like, TikTok and, like, Instagram or Snapchat and stuff like that. Like, make sure that you're going to somebody who has years and years and years of experience in what it is that they're doing. Because even, like, I'm going to be real, like, even therapists and psychiatrists, they have therapists and other people that keep tabs and guide them so that they can continue to help other people. And so that's like kind of the whole concept. Like, in the psychology world, you have a therapist, your therapist has a therapist, and that therapist has a therapist, because they need guidance and they need assistance and they need advice, and so they have a mentor, quote unquote. And so that's why I say it's very important to make sure that you have a solid foundation in where you're sourcing from, if that makes sense. I want to put it gently because I don't want to, like, step on anybody's toes when I say that. It's like, just trust your intuition. I'm gonna leave it at that, and hopefully try again to move forward and not have this come back up. So yeah, you're following a path. 3, you're seeing something clearly, and it has to do with your path, because you're being guided in a direction, and I feel that you're being pulled as well, like, in the sense of, like, having a unexplainable feeling of being like, I have to do this, like, I have to go in this direction, I don't know why. Like, there's a pull there. I feel like if you're confused right now, take time to, like, meditate. And I know that's, like, kind of cliche to say, but I'm serious. Like, take time and find a way that you meditate, like, whether it be walking, whether it be drawing, painting, listening to music, actually laying down or sitting and, you know, putting meditation music on, whatever it might be that you do to meditate. I really strongly feel that it will benefit you during this time, because it will help you keep your eyes open to the truth, like, to the true destination that you're trying to get to, or down the path that you're trying to get to. I feel that it's already been clear to you. Like, there's nothing in your way. Like, the door is open, it's right there, it's lit up. Like, you have a bird that's, you know, pulling you in that direction. You have guides that are pulling you in that direction. Like, you're listening. But there's some, like, deep inner work going on right now. And I haven't even got to, like, the cards. Financial constraints and strategy. Okay, so Angel of Love at the bottom of the deck with caring connections and indecision and appreciation. Woman holding a coin at the top of the deck. Angel of Strength with man holding a coin. Very interesting. The thinking man. Now I'm going to shift gears a little bit. with this energy because it's going to change kind of the pace of how things are. So we're going to shift out of that energy and we're going to shift into this. So what we got going on here is we could have a masculine energy here who is taking time out. This person is going through something financially. They feel restricted. They feel a lack of. And it's kind of weird because this financial constraints card is kind of like oddly thrown in here because there's nothing really financially like related on this energy that I'm reading, but it's like this financial constraints card is like what's causing maybe a delay in a situation because somebody is strategizing like how they can get to this. And so it's like, okay, how can I get to this? But I'm lacking this. But I don't want to say lacking because, you know, we want to be in an abundant mindset, right? So I feel that with whatever energy this is that's going within is doing the right thing despite the financial constraint feeling here. But it's also being able to find peace in not having like material comfort. So I don't know if like you're finding peace in not having like what it is that you used to have, or like you're finding peace in like just being like, you know what, like I might not have enough money in my perspective, but I have what I need. Like you're changing your perception on something when it comes to finances or like what you need to be successful. Like you're changing your perspective on that, or like somebody is changing their perspective when it comes to their finances, because like realistically, like money is like, you don't like, society is what made money relevant, okay? Like you don't really need money, like we don't need that. And somebody's like recognizing that they don't need that to be happy. Like they can build with what they have, and that's powerful. We do have a feminine energy on the board here who could be at a distance. And while this energy is like trying to plan like, okay, like how am I going to communicate, number one. Communicate. You could be dealing with somebody who like is like, okay, how am I going to get from point A to point B? You have a connection with somebody that somebody's at a crossroads, whether it be the masculine, feminine, whatever it is. Somebody is at a crossroads. If it's not you, but it resonates, you get the point. Again, not every message is going to resonate, so please keep that in mind. There's an indecision here with a connection. Somebody appreciates you from a decision. Somebody appreciates you from a distance. I feel that this is the same. We have the Strength card here with the woman holding a coin, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, man holding a coin, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, magician in the mirror. There's a feminine who's been like waiting or like appreciating or like admiring from a distance because they recognize a connection or they see a connection. I don't want to say that like anybody's waiting, because I would never want to promote like people waiting around on other people. That's bullshit. But again, you know your situation, so you make that judgment call, because obviously you guys are adults. So only you guys can make that personal judgment call when it comes to this connection, if it resonates. Could be dealing with a Leo, but it's like you have two people who are focused on stability. And one's like insanely intuitive. But somebody's been going through a personal transformation, and it's like this person's had to have strength through it. Like while one has been going through a transformation, the other has had to have strength to get through this. I don't know what this indecision card is. It's like, which way do I go? You have caring connections, angel of love and appreciation. If there is like multiple people in a situation, I don't necessarily think that somebody's paying attention to them. I feel like, if anything, they're being let go of because somebody recognizes the seriousness of a connection. It's like this indecision could just be like not sure how to get there, not sure how to communicate. But somebody admires you from a distance. They appreciate you. They think that they've just been watching you. Like they've just been minding their own business, keeping a distance. But they appreciate you. Or you appreciate them. Or this could be you, where it's like, you're like, hey, I recognize that this is a connection, but I'm going to just let this person be because they have shit they have to work through. I feel like there could be an indecision here of like who. But again, I feel like you're already focused on somebody who has something. Purple. A lot of purple. Again, that lion has purple. So this woman holding a coin has had a lot of strength throughout this process. Like, this person could approach you and be like you could have been dealing with somebody who like took time to kind of like work through, and they like haven't been communicating, they haven't been reaching out, they haven't been giving you what they should have. And I feel like this energy has been really prominent just in different ways throughout the entire reads that I've been doing, and throughout other reads too. Like, I don't know, this energy has been really relevant and really prominent. But basically, this is a masculine doing a lot of internal work, strategizing on how to get somewhere. What are they going to do? Who, like, if there is multiple people, they're like, I don't know which way to go. There could be somebody at a distance that somebody appreciates and that there's like a pull towards. I do feel like there is already somebody prominent here, like, again, if there is multiple people, I don't feel it very strongly. I feel like this person's making a decision to walk away from multiple people. But, like, again, struggling to talk. Like, there's no communication between the two of you, or very little. But I feel like this, if you're dealing with a masculine energy, I feel like this person has had to really do the work. It's like this Magician in the Mirror card. It's like this person's been like isolated, recluse, like gone out in the forest, come back like, oh, I'm enlightened now. They have like a beard. Like, I don't know what this is, but somebody's like going. So you might not have heard from this person for like a little bit, and it could have been like a month, it could have been a couple weeks, but like this person went and they had to like basically how do I want to say it, enlighten themselves, and they're coming back and they're just like, oh, look, I'm blah blah blah. And this woman holding a coin with the strength card is like, yeah, I'm watching you, like, I'm watching you, I see you. She's guarded, because I don't know if you were dealing with somebody who kept trying to like, just indecisive, not wanting to commit, not knowing what to do, like back and forth energy. Like, if you're dealing with somebody like that, you have your guard up now. This person knows that you have your guard up, but I don't think that, I don't know, I think that you guys will probably have some type of communication in regards to this, because you guys are looking right at each other. You guys know who it is. You guys both have strong earth in your chart too. Or that's the energy that's showing through right now. Well, obviously some Virgo, but... Okay, so I say, tell me about this man holding a coin with the Four of Wands. Somebody wants to come in and stabilize something. They want to fight for something. And it's love. I'm a terrible singer, so... My sincerest apologies. But, yeah, somebody wants to fight for something. They're like, no, this is mine. Somebody's making a decision. They're coming out of this indecisive energy. This bullshit. They recognize something. They appreciate something. The angel of love is here. They recognize it. They see what path they need to go down. That actually does make sense now that I see this indecision with this temple path over here. This person's coming out of this because they recognize the connection. They want to fight for it. Like, the Four of Wands with the Seven of Wands, and the depiction on the card is... Sorry, I know it's a shitty angle, but... It's a man fighting off all the wands. So, this dude is like, no, this is my foundation. This is my Ace of Cups. This is mine. Mine. Like, I don't know if you're dealing with somebody who's, like, a little bit territorial. Could be dealing with a Leo. I don't know why Leo just popped in my mind. But it's like, no, this is mine. I'm fighting for this. This is mine. What? Ace of Cups with the High Priestess. Somebody's listening to their intuition, finally. Yeah, they want to make an offer. It's little, though. They're not, like... It's funny, because this person has the Ace of Cups, right? But they're not showing you the Ace of Cups. They're showing you the Page of Pence. Like, I don't know if this person, like, deeply confuses you. Or if, like... this person's just, like... kind of inconsistent, but I feel like you have to read between the lines with this person. Like, this person is somebody who you have to read between the lines, pay attention to what they're doing, and their actions or something speak louder than their words. I don't know, but it's like they're coming in as the Page of Pence, but they have the Ace of Cups, and they want to fight for something with the Four of Wands and the Seven of Wands with the Ace of Cups. Like, it literally is somebody fighting for a foundation. I don't see this as, like, defensive energy. I see this as somebody fighting to ground a situation, to make something work. But I don't think that they're coming in that way. I think that they're coming in as the Page of Pence. Whoa, shit. Okay. Yikes. Hang on a minute. Alright. I don't know if this will be like a moment where you're like, I don't know if you don't see it coming, and then that's kind of like a tower moment for you. Page of Cups, the Chariot, and the Two of Cups. Yeah, you're... The masculine's coming in as the Page of Pence. Feminine's coming in as the Page of Cups. That's kind of cute, though. There's success here. Whatever this is, there's success. But you guys are both coming at each other very, like... I don't even want to say that this is immature, because it's really not immature. This is actually, like, very playful. Very youthful. Very innocent. At first, it was kind of like, really? Like, you have all this behind you, but you're coming in as the Page of Pence. But then it's like, oh, you're coming in as a Page of Cups. So, you know what I mean? Like, this is actually more just youthful energy, like sparking something new, sparking something grounded and emotional. It's like one's coming in with emotion, one's coming in with material, finances, abundance. Like, one has one, the other has the other. They balance each other out. Here's the Two of Cups. It's going to be successful with the Chariot here. Cancerian energy, Pisces energy, Cancer energy again, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Leo very strong, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn very strong, after a period of time of somebody not being able to make a decision, they're making a decision. They want to fight for something. They want to ground something. But I don't think that you see it that way. I feel like you're seeing this Page of Pence come out, but really they're listening to their intuition. They're following this emotion. They're following this desire to want to like, I don't know if they feel like they have to fight off competition in order for this to work, but I don't see any competition on the feminine side. Like, you could have a lot of options. Like, you could have a lot of people who pay attention to you, who, like, want your attention, but I don't think that you're giving them attention. I think that, if anything, the masculine had options, or had other people, or had something that he had to make a decision with. Because I feel like this feminine was already aware of it, and was already kind of like, yeah, you do your thing, but I'm going to just focus on me. And that energy popped up like a day ago too, and I forget whose reading it was, but that energy was really relevant in it. So I don't know, I feel like this is positive. It's just right now I don't think somebody's taking action. I feel like they're still in this indecisive energy. Somebody's making a decision though. Yeah, so I feel like this masculine had to make a decision between a connection, or they feel very strongly about a connection. The Lovers with the Four of Wands here. But see, that with it coming out with the Two of Wands, that's what kind of makes me think that they might have had to make a decision. But they see it. They recognize it. They're like, this is the one. Like, this is the one I want. This is the one that I want to build with. I want to go from this Two of Wands to this Four of Wands. You could have somebody who once they recognize the connection, and they're like, hey, like, I have this, and this person has the other part that I'm looking for, because it's like, hey, I have Two of Wands, they have Two of Wands, we can have the Four of Wands. I don't know what that means. Take that as you will. I feel like there's an individual that's super focused on another individual, and it's like, hey, if you think there's competition, there's not. 100%. If you think that there's other people involved, I don't think that there is at all. I don't see it. I see indecision could be somebody from the past, but I don't necessarily think that it's holding this person back, because they're seeing something with the Angel of Love here. They're seeing it. They appreciate it. They appreciate you. I don't know if they tell you that a lot, but somebody might say that I appreciate you a lot. And believe me when I say they do. They just might not be good at expressing, or like good at communicating, because they're coming in as the Page of Pence, and then you're coming in as Page of Cups, or like the feminine's coming in as Page of Cups. So with the feminine being in the Page of Cups energy, like, that's more emotional. That's more vulnerable, in my opinion, when it comes to emotional vulnerability. Now the Page of Pence is more like about stability, wanting to work together, wanting to build something new. Like, here, I got you this. I don't know. I think it'll level out, to be completely honest. I think if it feels weird right now, it's going to level out. So, Virgo, that is what I have for you. I hope that these messages helped in some way, shape, and form. If you're listening to this message, you're probably in the feminine energy. I don't want to give advice in a situation, because you guys use your better judgment. You guys know what you guys should be doing. Like, you know. Like, you guys know what you should be doing. Focus on yourself. Let this person just kind of do their thing for a minute and, like, make their decision. Like, don't hyper-focus on people either. Like, just take your energy, pull it back, focus on you. Focus on your career, go to school, take classes, further your education, do the project that you're doing, you know, like with the meditation. Like, focus on you, you know, because when we don't focus on, like, shit like relationships and stuff, like, that's when it always seems to come back around, right? So shift your focus. Read a book. Get into something creative. Let this person be. Because it's already moving. Like, you got the chariot. It's already here. You know? So just keep yourself open. That's really what I gotta tell people. Like, just keep yourself open. Because sometimes when we get, like, really worried, or we get, like, really anxious, or we want to know what's going to happen all the time, we actually end up closing ourselves off. And you want to keep your energy open. You want to keep it light. You want to keep it flowing. You want to keep it moving. Like, you want to just vibe and just be you and just relax and just let things naturally unfold in the way that they're meant to. Because the universe likes to give surprises. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I don't know why I felt the need to say that, but I did. So, I don't know, maybe you have a surprise coming your way. You could have a surprise coming your way. Maybe you don't see this coming and you're like, pfft. Or maybe it's somebody who you didn't even think and you're like, I never thought it would be this person. I thought it would be that person. You never know. You never know. But I feel like this is somebody from your recent past. I feel like this is somebody who there's a strong connection with. Like, you know who you have a strong connection with. You know. You already know intuitively. Like, listen to your intuition. You know? Like, you already recognize who this person is, and I feel like you're matching their energy. It's like you're playing, like, I don't want to say that you're playing a game with this person, but you both are, like, playing games with each other in the sense of, like, this person gives, that person gives, this person retracts, this person retracts. Just be careful of that energy, you know what I'm saying? But it looks like with a feminine energy coming in as the Page of Cups, and the masculine coming in as the Page of Pents, it's like you guys want to start something fresh. You guys want to rekindle something. The Two of Cups in between the two of you with the Chariot here, it's going to be successful with the Ace of Cups. Somebody wants to fight for something. They want to lay the foundation out for something. They feel strongly connected. They feel appreciated, or they appreciate you. Whatever the case might be, you're going to feel appreciated by somebody. Or if this person doesn't say it, they might show it in I don't know what that means. What? They show it in other ways. Might not be the ways that you expect it, but just read between the lines. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, that's all I got for you, Virgo. I hope that these messages make sense to you. I love you guys. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for the likes, shares, comments, and subscribes. It means the world to me. And I will be back soon with other videos. So I wish you guys the best. Talk to you soon.